Rule number 1. At US airports, Real ID predominates. Let's begin with one of the most significant adjustments. On May 7, 2025, it formally went live under the name Real ID. It means that if you're an American, you can't board a domestic flight using an old driver's license or state ID unless it satisfies the new Real ID standard. No actual ID? There is no boarding pass. However, what about Canadians? The good news is that this regulation does not apply to us. Canadians can pass TSA checkpoints without a Real ID. A Canadian passport is perfectly acceptable. Nexus also functions. If you're connecting inside the United States, you can even pass TSA with a provincial driver's license. But remember that the TSA's rules are different from the borders. TSA controls who boards the aircraft. Foreign nationals' entry is controlled by the US Customs and Border Protection, CBP. Additionally, crossing the border by car or plane still requires a passport or Nexus card. A driver's license is not enough. TSA's concern is flight passenger safety, to put it another way. CBP depends on the ability to enter the United States. Different rules, different responsibilities. For Canadians, what is the best course of action? Even on the shortest trips, always have your passport with you. Better yet, Nexus saves you time on both sides of the border if you are eligible. For Americans, Real ID has changed the rules, but for Canadians, it's still the same. Passport, Nexus, repeat. You'll avoid stress at the gate if you do that. Rule number 2. Enhanced driver's licenses are ending. Let's now discuss the Enhanced Driver's License, EDL, which Canadians have enjoyed for many years. Do you recall a time when you could enter the United States without a passport by simply showing your driver's license at the land border? Those times are gone. EDLs were discontinued in Ontario in 2019. In 2022, Manitoba came next. British Columbia will now allow the final EDLs to expire in September 2025. Following. The bottom line is that you can only use an EDL until it expires if you still have one. It's gone once it's gone. There is neither a replacement nor a renewal. Right now, your Nexus card or your Canadian passport are the only documents that work. Indeed, it seems like a step back. The bright side is that Nexus is a much more powerful tool. In addition to being quicker at land crossings and airports, it also has TSA pre-check benefits within the United States. This is your last warning if you've been holding on to that EDL like it's your lucky charm. Upgrade right away. Early passport renewal is advised. If you travel frequently, apply for Nexus. Although EDLs had a brief existence, they were formally abolished in 2025. Rule number 3. Canadian mobile passport control lands at last. Some positive news. Not all 2025 changes are about giving up convenience. Some are about gaining it. Let's talk about mobile passport control, MPC. Every major Canadian airport now has the US Customs and Border Protection app available for free. Prior clearance. Cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, Ottawa, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Halifax are included in this. This is how it functions. Open the app before you enter the pre-clearance area. Put in the information from your passport. Respond to the inquiries from customs. Snap a little selfie. You take the MPC lane when you reach pre-clearance. It is designed for speed, is less congested, and is faster. The best part is that it's completely free, not an interview. No background investigation. No expense. It is immediately available to Canadians traveling for short visits, business, or pleasure. Let's be clear now, your passport is not replaced by MPC. The actual documents are still required. However, you can cut a significant amount of time off your vacation by matching your passport with MPC. Do you have Nexus as well? That combination is perfect. You're through while others are still waiting. Therefore, if lengthy airport lines irritate you, download Mobile Passport Control right now. It is a game changer for 2025, free and simple. Rule number 4. The land border's $30 I-94 fee. Alright, let's talk about money, because the cost of one fee unexpectedly increased. The I-94 form at US land borders now costs $30 instead of $6 as of September 30th, 2025. That's an additional $24 on top of the initial charge. But don't panic. Most Canadian tourists won't have to pay anything. The I-94 isn't for quick pleasure drives, shopping runs, or family visits. It's required mainly for Canadians coming under particular categories like work visas, study permits, business classes like TN or L visas, So if you're only heading to Buffalo for hockey tickets or Seattle for shopping, this restriction won't affect you. But if you're crossing for business or school, get ready for the new cost. Here's a tip: pre-apply and prepay online through the official CBP site or app. Doing it before you travel saves you time and hassle at the border. The bigger picture: border services are increasingly more expensive to run, and travelers are footing more of the bill. The $6 I-94 charge is history. In 2025, it's $30. Rule number 5: trusted traveler programs. Get an upgrade. This is the most important rule if you want to save time. Global Entry and Nexus, two trusted traveler programs, have evolved. First, let's talk about Global Entry. Previously, the fee was $100. It is now $120. More expensive, but still useful if you frequently travel abroad. The good news for Canadians is this: Nexus has improved even further. Children can sign up for free for the first time. Children don't pay anything if your family applies together or if you're already a member. Which program, then, ought you to select? The best option for Canadians is Nexus. Quicker at land borders and airports, including TSA pre-check access. It's much better for families now. Global Entry. Pricey and US-based. Best if you travel internationally frequently. Concentrating. Mobile passport control is a useful shortcut that is free and has no extras. What should I advise? Nexus pays for itself if you travel across the border more than once or twice a year. Now that child memberships are free, families can save a lot of money. Programs for trusted travelers are changing, and Nexus is the wise choice in 2025. Rule number 6: the role of facial recognition. The big one is here. 2025's surprise rule. It's not just an app or a fee either. It's a completely different method of border crossing. The technology for facial recognition is already available and growing quickly. Facial recognition is now used in all pedestrian lanes at land crossings by US Customs and Border Protection. A camera takes your picture as you approach and compares it to your passport. There's no need to distribute documents one at a time. However, it doesn't end there. Full vehicle scanning is being done by experimental programs at some crossings, such as Buffalo. This implies that cameras quickly check each passenger in your vehicle. You're cleared after the technology compares your face to the database. Proponents say it expedites and streamlines border checks. Critics voice concerns about government overreach, data storage, and privacy. For what duration will your data be retained? Who can access it? The debate over those issues is still ongoing. However, it is evident that biometric screening is no longer the way of the future. The present is it. It's also the new normal in 2025. These days, crossing the border involves more than just your face. The document is your face. Conclusion. Here are the 6 new rules that Canadians should be aware of before traveling to the United States in 2025. Real ID at airports in the United States, though we still accept passports and Nexus. Enhanced driver's licenses are no longer available. Airports in Canada are now that kids are free, may I ask you if you would join Nexus? Or is the prospect of your face being scanned by facial recognition software and your data being saved more frightening to you? Leave a comment with your response. Remember to share this video with your travel group, like it, and subscribe. Because in 2025, it's not enough to have a passport to cross the border. You also need to be aware of the regulations before they do. Have a safe trip. I'll see you at the next one.